Good morning, everyone. Let's continue with our subject, N.T Archaeology. Last time we have discussed on the pool of Bethesda, and today we will go for the pool of Siloam. Okay, Siloam. Okay, let's go to your notes. Another pool in Jerusalem was immortalized when Jesus put clay on the eyes of a blind man and told him to wash his eyes in its water. John chapter 9 verses 1 through 4. It is called the pool of Siloam in the Gospel of John, a Greek equivalent of the Hebrews Shiloah that we see from Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 6, and was built by King Hezekiah in the 8th century BC. At the southern end of a long tunnel, he cut through solid rock to bring water from Gihon spring to the pool inside of the city walls. Okay, that we see from 2 Kings chapter 20 and verse 20. A walk through the 1,749-foot tunnel is a popular tourist attraction. So we have another pool called Siloam in Jerusalem, where we see that Jesus Christ put a clay on a blind man and he told him to go to Shiloh and wash his eyes. So from that moment on, that Shiloh became very much popular again. It was immortalized again. Now it is immortalized in the sense it cannot die because it becomes a tourist place. It becomes a place where people would go for research. Okay, and this pool, the name Siloam in Greek is equivalent with the Hebrew Sheluah. Okay, Hebrew Sheluah. And this pool has been built by Hezekiah in the 8th century BC. In the southern end of the long tunnel, he cut through solid rock to bring water from Gihon spring to the pool inside the city walls. That we see from 2 Kings chapter 20 and verse 20. Okay, a walk through the 1,749 foot tunnels is popular tourism attraction. Now this tunnel that comes from the Gihon spring, he cut through the solid rock, that means through the rock, and it is covered around 1,749 foot tunnel. Okay, and this tunnel is so beautiful that all of this made popular for the tourist people, also for the tourist attraction. Okay, I will show you the picture. This is a Gihon spring. Okay, it comes from the rock. Okay, the size of this preview is 751 into 599 pixel. Then we see all this measurement here. Okay, the picture is this. Okay, the spring, or they have taken the tunnel from here. Okay, they have taken the tunnel from here, and the tunnel picture would be this is the tunnel. Okay, it cuts from the solid rock. Okay, all this covered, or the tunnel that has been cut, is a rock. So this rock has to go for around 1,749 foot long. Okay, so it was made so beautiful that it becomes a tourist place. Okay, and the picture of the pool of Siloam. This is where the blind man went and washed his feet. Okay, this is the biblical place that has been discovered or that has been excavated by the archaeologists. But today, when they start digging out the original place is this. Okay, it was a dry place, and people tried. They started to discover. They started to excavate. They started to explore, and finally they found that the long tunnel, and the pool of Siloam, and the spring of Gihon that brings from the tunnel from that part. Okay, so these are some of the picture that we see of the pool of Siloam. The appearance of the pool has changed through the centuries. It has become considerably smaller, 50 feet long by 50 feet wide than original. So now it is not 1749 foot long. It has reduced to 50 feet long and 15 feet wide than original. Okay. Then in 1897, F.J. Vlies and A.Z. Decke uncovered a court about 75 feet square, in the center of which was the pool. So when they started to excavate, or when they started to dig it out in 1897, they found out 75 square. When they started to dig that, in the center was the pool. It was probably surrounded by a colonial portico, which must have been one described by the Pilgrim of Bordeaux in 333 AD as a quadriporticus, a courtyard enclosed on all four sided with porticos. So when they discovered this, okay, it was probably mentioned by the Pilgrim of Bordeaux, okay, Bordeaux in 333 BC. When these pilgrims come there, they saw that the courtyard with four-sided porticos, with four-sided, courtyard. They says that it was probably surrounded by the colonnade portico. That means it is just like a kind of stadium, okay, in today's language. Okay, so as this is described by the Pilgrim of Bordeaux in 333 BC as a quadriporticus courtyard. Okay, that means having four-sided with porticos. Presumably, the portico and adjacent church were destroyed during the Persian invasion of the 17th century. In 1897 excavation, the people of the village of Silwa, an Arabic rendering in Siloam, built a mosque with minaret over the northwest corner of the pool, and is still stand above the pool. The identity of the pool lying at the mouth of such a large tunnel would seem to be undisputable. However, confusion regarding the pool of Siloam has resulted because a second pool, the modern Barket El Hamra, was located just to the south of this one, and Josephus seems to locate the pool of Siloam outside the city wall. Since Bark El Hamra has been assumed to lie outside the wall, it has been suggested that it may have been the pool of which Josephus spoke. Wilkinson remarks, if we hit Josephus, the lower pool, now called Barkel El Hamra, must have been the pool of Siloam mentioned in John's Gospel. So when they discovered this one, okay, when they started to dig it out this, okay, in the 17th century, the Persian came and destroyed all these people and destroyed the churches, and they started to build the mosque, Okay, so the Muslim invasion there in the 17th century. So when the excavation came in after 1897, the people of the village of Silwan, okay, an Arabic rendering in Shillong. So near the Shillong, there was a village called Silwan. So these people built a mosque, that means a Muslim temple with minaret over the northwest corner of the pool, and is still standing there today. And the identity of the pool that and the tunnel, we don't have any doubt regarding that one. But however, there was another pool, just in the second pool, they call it in the modern language Barket El Hamra. Okay, so they were confused which pool is this. Now Josephus says, since the pool of Siloam is outside the wall of Jerusalem, and since Bar El Hambra is also outside the wall, so Josephus suggests that it might be the pool where Jesus Christ healed that person. Okay, so it might be the pool that John's mentioned. Okay, that is what Wilkinson also remarked. Okay, and the further discussion we will see in the next class. But for today, we just have seen the pool of Siloam is there, and we have discovered by the archaeologists, and we have seen the picture of the pool of Siloam and the tunnel, and also the Gihon spring. Okay, so there is no doubt we have a place that has been mentioned in John that has been discovered by the archaeologists. Okay, thank you. God bless you all.